stuff. So this is how you get chefs. You start following on Instagram restaurants that you want. Who do we want? We want farm to table restaurants. They are going to be the easiest to get. Why? Because they want farm to table. They want local produce. They don't, they might use some of the Cisco's and the Capital Foods and whatever, but they most times want, as much as they can get local because that's what they are, farm to table. Find out which ones are in your area. That needs to be on your target list. You need to write that somewhere. You need to then stalk their website, okay? Find out Google who is the executive chef. You need to, on your piece of paper, on your list of chefs and restaurants that you want, you need to put like this chef, Mickey Mouse. I'm sorry, this restaurant, Mickey Mouse is the owner or is the executive chef and or is a owner. We love owner chefs. The reason why the chef doesn't have to then go to the owner to like get permission on a budget or whatever. He is the decision maker or she is the decision maker. So we love them. Not necessarily, you don't have to just go for those, but you can. All right, so you need to follow, 12 minutes. You got to follow the chefs. Also, when you're following follow the restaurants. When you're following the restaurants, sometimes the restaurants will then tag the actual chef in the post, right? They'll be like, at Chef Mickey Mouse, tore it up in the kitchen today. You follow at Chef Mickey Mouse. Unless it's a private account, don't follow them. Or until you have a relationship established, then you might follow the chefs personally. But if they have an open account, follow them. And again, don't like crazy stuff, but like posts. Like posts. If it's a good post, make a cute comment. People, they realize and they recognize who's commenting on their stuff. And at the end of the day, it's all about promoting one another. You want to do hashtags. Hashtag, Maryland farmer. Hashtag mushrooms. Hashtag mushroom farm. Hashtag Baltimore eats. Hashtag everything. You want to hashtag Baltimore or whatever city you're in. You want to do things local, but then you also want to do things on a more global scale. Why? Because you want to get as many followers as you can. You want mushroom people. You want local people. You want to get as many followers as you can because it also gives you street cred. If you have 50 people following you, which you will if you're just starting this because I told you to, that's totally fine. You call up all your friends, all your homegirls, your homeboys, have them follow you. But the more followers that you have, when someone it's like, who's Funky Fungy Jewel? And, I got a decent amount of followers, they're like, okay, like she must know what she's talking about, or she must be, not want to say popular, but whatever, like someone that, we need to know because they're promoting the business, right? So finding the chefs, following the restaurants, giving some love. People love this. They love. God, I had some notes here. Always, if you're doing an emoji, do the little mushroom emoji, mushroom heart. It might not be super masculine for some of the guys, but people know they're proud of you doing your mushroom stuff, on the post. So more repost. Once you have a chef, and I know I'm kind of going back and forth on how to get them and how to keep them. Once you do have a chef, though, and when you're used to tagging them, I'll tell you how I tag them. When I'm preparing an order, and that box looks really, really good, I'm like tagging the chef like, hey, Chef Mickey Mouse, this beautiful box of blues and goldens are coming your way today. Exclamation point, all my hashtags, and some hearts and mushrooms, whatever. What's that chef gonna do? Especially if the box is looking good, which it should be, or else you shouldn't be posting it. That chef and that restaurant are gonna then repost it, right? So it's getting you all there. A lot of times the restaurants have a lot of followers, right? And a lot of people see their stuff. If they're reposting your stuff, they're gonna go to your like, oh, who's this chick? Or I'll do, again, like a nice big restaurant. I'm doing a really nice I'm getting a nice nice box for them, their mushrooms. I'll be like, hey, local Baltimore peeps, like, if you want to taste these amazing, delicious mushrooms, you guys better hit up, Mickey Mouse's restaurant before they're all sold out, because they always are. Stuff like that. Again, it's getting them business. They love that. Don't go overboard with it, making false claims and everything, but legit, if you're always selling out, say y'all better go to the restaurant. At the end of the day, it's driving business to their restaurant, okay? So that they're going to like that. They're going to repost it. And the same thing, you need to repost some of their stuff. If they're like, hey, we just use Funky Fungy Jewel's mushrooms, repost it to your page because your other chefs are gonna see it and they're like, dang, we didn't know Mickey Mouse was using her. Like, shoot, we need to use Mickey Mouse's person because Mickey Mouse is like the best chef in the area. So, it's like keeping up with the Joneses. All right. So, all right. When you first get a chef, damn, I really am all over the place, but it's all important. When you first get a chef, um, if I've met them in person, I don't necessarily do a handwritten note. But some of the chefs that I've gotten are through co-ops. Again, this is part of marketing, and a lot of people have asked this. A co-op is basically a group of farmers that are together. It's a group, and they post all their products together on a website. It's basically an online farmers market, put it that way. So I'll have my mushrooms, homegirl up the road will have her tomatoes, someone will have their eggs, someone else is like a dairy person, and it's like an online farmers market. Everything gets listed out, and it's like a one-stop shop for chefs, right? And that's what they want. They want to cook. They don't want to have a bill for the mushroom girl, have a bill for the tomato girl, have money for from the milk guy. No, they want it all, if possible, want it all in one spot. So what a co-op does, it puts us all together. They're all probably different. The way that mine works, let's say I charge $10 a pound for mushrooms, which I do. I put down, I charge for $10 a pound. My particular co-op charges a 20% increase, for the delivery and all that. So I charge 10, my chef has to actually pay 12, okay? And you can figure out yourself if you want to lower your price so that they're actually paying 10, or whether you're like, oh no, honey, I need the whole 10. You're gonna have to pay that surcharge, whatever. It's a balancing act. And again, I'm always saying I'd rather have 100% of some money than wait, no, yeah, I'd rather have 100% of smaller money than 100% of no money. Y'all, it's tired. Like, I got my wine. Like, this is like last three because I've been home with my kids all day. Can I get a witness? Okay. So, anyways, yeah. At the end of the day, that's like what you want to do is if you can be in a co-op. And what's good for the farmer is number one, it's putting you in touch with all these restaurants. Probably dozens sometimes of restaurants that you wouldn't necessarily even go to or whatever. You deliver your mushrooms into one location. So sometimes, so this is my week, last week. Okay, this is my pick list. I had all these orders. So I have microgreens and mushrooms on here. My mushrooms on here, and it's 2 pages. It'll show, how much. So I had from a co-op, it was $393 of sales. This wasn't even the whole week. This was just for Tuesday. We have a Tuesday and Thursday delivery. So I had $393 in sales. What's beautiful about this is, so you'll see, well, I'm not going to put my restaurants on blast, but you'll see that I have oh God, can you say that? A 1 pound order of mushroom, a 2 pound order of mushrooms. I have 6 pounds, 5 pounds, whatever. But literally someone bought 1 pound of mushrooms, and 1 clamshell of Mizuna or whatever. Would you normally drive to a restaurant where you're only making $10? No. But I'm already driving to this co-op to deliver my stuff. If someone wants to give me $10 and that's great. I don't care if it's a pound. You know what I mean? Obviously I want more, but that's the beautiful thing about a co-op. I can go as low as a pound and not really care because I'm not driving to their restaurant. So those are great. Try to find your local co-ops and they're a wonderful thing. Damn, 20 minutes. Okay. I gotta wrap this up. I might even have to do a separate second video. Once you have a chef, again, you want to keep them. I give mine a little hookup. I let them know though. So 2 things. One, if I'm giving a 5 pound bag of, or I'm sorry, 5 pound box of mushrooms of blues, let's say, I never have it 4.95 or even 5.0. I mean, unless it just happens to work out. It's always 5.1. 5.15. I don't go over a quarter pound. I'm not like ever like 5.25. But I'll go, sometimes as high as 5.2, but I'm always over, okay? Under promise, over deliver. I'm a big believer in that. If I do have some extra stuff on hand, maybe I didn't sell, enough that week, or I had some extra, which never happens, by the way. But again, it's goodwill. I'll just be like, as I'm dropping it off, because I do have restaurants with chefs that, that I deliver to myself. Or even if it's one from the co-op, I'll send them a little either Instagram message or a little text or whatever if I have their number, because I've become very familiar with them now. I just be like, hey chef, hope you love your box. By the way, I hooked you up with like a half pound of, a half pound extra, just, whatever. Or I threw a half pound or a pound of blah, blah, blah for you to try because they're hot right now. They remember this. It's a little, they're like, damn, like she really cares. Like she takes pride in her business and she wants to keep me happy. It goes a long way, people, a long way. Um, so one other big thing. So many of my chefs, and now I'm working with Katie. I don't think we have not done a video with Katie. I want you to meet Katie. I'll do a video, try it with her next week. We are having people on our Instagram, a lot of our chefs and non-chefs, but I only care about the chefs really. They want to come out and see the grow. Like, you would think that we have like a circus going on here or something. They don't understand how we are making these mushrooms. They literally don't get it. I mean, we're showing them some pictures here and there, but they want to see it. Some of them could care less probably, but some of them really want to see it. And they're like, hey, could we come out? I just want to see it. Or some people are like, can we come out and help? I actually have a guy on Sunday coming out to help. I was like, look, this is not glamorous work. If you want to come, you got to help, and it's a lot of cleaning. What am I going to do? I'm going to have homeboy cleaning the exhaust fans and all the fans, all that stuff. Like, hey, you want to come out and you got to work, and you're doing some of the stuff that I don't really want to do. So don't just let them come out and sip your wine and take up your time. Like, no, put them to work and just be like, yep, 75% of our job is cleaning. That's kind of what I feel anyway. I feel like it's cleaning, lab work, and harvesting. Everybody wants to do the lab work and the harvesting, but there's a whole lot of stuff that goes on, in between that. So, but yeah, let them come out. At least that's for me. Now, if you have a jacked up grow or, it's in some funky basement, like a basement's fine. But if it's like, you wouldn't want, don't even, yeah, just don't go there. It's better to be like, yeah, I'm sorry. It's whatever, make up an excuse.